Okay guys, welcome to a new video. For the main giveaway for this video, it is going to be one Omni box, and for the first unedited comment leaving your IGN, you'll receive 2 Apex boxes. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and peace. Okay boys, so welcome back to a new video. So we actually was doing a lot of testing last night, and we managed to find the best method for doing the Primal Altar Prestiges. So it's actually by doing Stonebounder from 1 to 50, or you can use a rare fossil on the altar to get yourself also from 1 to 50. After that, it becomes PvP armors. So I've collected like a whole bunch. So I've collected around about 175 pieces right here. So you need around about 58 pieces per prestige. So you'll go from 50 to 85, which will be around about 58 pieces. And then from 85 to 100, you can use 8 Anima or 8 Sagittarian pieces. This to me seems like the best method to use. So I'm going to kind of put it into action right here. So this is, I've literally gotten to 27 just by collecting the PvP armor pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of kills on Stonebounder just to finish off getting the level 50. So I need to pull out my mage gear here real quick. Just as a switch. And I also need the polypore. I've already got the spores, so I just need the polypore staff. So let's pull that out. So we can use mage. There we go, just like that. And then we're going to go ahead and get our level 50 here real quick. And I'm going to bring you guys back once we have done so. So once we have gotten our level 50, I will bring you guys back, and then I will show you how I'll show you it in action, sacrificing the PvP pieces onto the altar to get to level 85, and then we'll go from 85 to 100, and hopefully then we can, this method does work. I haven't actually fully tested it, so we're going to test it together. So I will bring you guys back once we've gotten our level 50 and we move on to the next step. Okay boys, so that is level 50 achieved. So we now have level 50 on our Primal Altar. So we're now going to go ahead and test this method out. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to pull out, I'm going to try and pull out near enough exactly 58 pieces. That's 52, and then we'll just do that for 58. So this is exactly 58 pieces of the PvP armors. So if we sacrifice all of these, we should get a level 85. So I'm going to do this now. So we've already hit level 61. These are giving around about 50k XP per sacrifice. I think it's literally just over 50k, I believe. So we're going to get these, it looks like 52k roughly per sacrifice. So this should give us level 58. So I'm just going to go ahead, sacrifice all of these, and I will bring you guys back and I will show you the result of sacrificing the exact amount of 58 pieces. Okay boys, so we just finished sacrificing those 58 pieces. We are a little bit short. So it looks like we're short around about 3 pieces here. So it turns out it has to be 61, I believe. It looks like it's exactly 61 pieces. And there we have it. There is level 85. So now I'm going to teleport home. And we're going to go to the TP. And we can buy ourselves some Anima or Sagittarian pieces. So Anima pieces are going for... Oh, looks like we got a bit of lag. Oh, not too sure what happened there. So if we search Anima, scroll up a little bit. So it looks like these are going for anywhere from 25 to 29 bill each. And Sagittarian is going for 40. Okay, so that's an obvious decision there. So we'll go with the Anima then. So we'll buy this. We'll buy this. Oh, what happened there? Okay, very strange. Don't know what actually happened there. That was a bit weird. We'll buy these. Just gonna buy a whole bunch right here. Oh, turns out we're getting a little bit of lag on the server at the minute. And then we're gonna buy a whole bunch of these as well. So just gonna go like that. Buy 30 helms. That should do us for a few prestiges. Just bank all of that. So we just spent like a trill cash on all that anima. We can now go back to the Primal Dominion. And now we have a bunch of these to sack. So we already know the result of this. So we need 8 pieces. We already know that. So let's just go ahead and go like that. That's 8 pieces of anima. And now we should be able to sacrifice this right here. And this will give us level 100 on our altar, which will give us the opportunity to be able to prestige our altar once again. So there we go, there is 100. So we can now go ahead and prestige this once more. So yes, and then we'll upgrade our damage from 40% all the way up to 45%. So that, I believe, is going to be like the perfect strategy as far as I'm aware. So that's pretty much what we're going to be doing. So now that we've prestiged again, we can now head on back down to the Stonebounder boss, and we can do the strategy all over again. So this is from what I've seen is to be the best way to do this. It works absolutely perfectly. So I'll bring you guys back once we are ready to prestige once again. Okay boys, that is another prestige down. We have done quite a few now at this point. Yeah, this is such a massive upgrade to this method. So this is going to be our prestige number 10 now. So we can grab our last little amount of damage. So this is going to take us to the cap of 50% damage, which is perfect. And now we can start going ahead and getting the drop rate ones up next. So that's 10 prestiges done. We're at level 1. So I don't know if I have enough PvP armor pieces. But I can make up for it with like stonebound stuff, maybe. So we've got 28, 44, 53. So can potentially make it up with the stonebound stuff and maybe even the brass stuff for one last prestige before we have to go ahead and gather some more PvP armor pieces. So going to go do the stonebounder from 1 to 50, and I'll bring you guys back once we're ready to prestige yet again. Okay boys, so we just got another prestige, so we can prestige yet again. This is definitely a much faster method in my opinion. So we've now maxed this damage one at 50%. So we can now start working on our drop rate. So that's 5% drop rate. So one thing I'm kind of curious about is, does this add on to this? It does. Okay, so it does actually work inside the Primal Dominion, which is interesting. So the more prestiges we get now, it's going to start to lower the drop rates that we need for certain items inside the Primal Dominion as well. So that's going to be kind of handy for us. So what I'm going to do is, I've got a bunch of different items inside the bank at the moment. So out of curiosity, so Ganodermic is at 260,000 XP. Stonebound staff is like 130, sometimes 78, depending on the item. So I'm gonna go do some Stonebounder for a little bit. Instead of going back into the Hobgoblins, since there's somebody in there right now, and I don't really fancy crashing them. So we're going to go do some Stonebounder, and we'll see what we can get from there. So I will see you guys shortly. Alright boys, so we just got ourselves to level 60, and we have obviously some primal pieces. So we're going to go ahead and take those out. So we actually have a couple of spare shields as well. So if we sacrifice these real fast. Okay, so we need level 75 for that. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do just yet. I will be back in just a moment. Alrighty boys, so it looks like we're going to have to farm ourselves some more PvP armor pieces from the Revenant Hobgoblins. But we managed to get ourselves to Prestige 11 in this episode. So yeah, what we're going to be doing for most of today is going to be farming a bunch of these Revenant Hobgoblins. I'm going to sacrifice the pieces as I get them as well, I think. Because the more we can do on that is the higher drop rate that we can get whilst killing these Revenant Hobgoblins to lower the drop rates on the actual pieces themselves. So that's basically what we're going to be doing for the rest of today. I will be doing probably a few more bits of recording today, but this is going to be it for this episode. So I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.